bump, gonna give you the jump. Got the views you can use. A10 bump, gonna give you the jump. A10 news got the views you can use. A10 gonna do it again. A10 bump, gonna give you the jump. A10 news got the views you can use. A10 news got the views you can use. A10 bump, gonna give you the jump. A10 bump, gonna give you the jump. A10 news got the views you can use. A10 news got the views you can use. A10 bump, gonna give you the jump. A10 news got the views you can use. A10 gonna do it again.
I ain't studying you in the regular language means. I really don't care what his position is based upon his political motives.
Tell everybody how much you love A10 News Media Group.
A10 News Media Group. I love them because they got the message to sports Negro up in California for burning them jockeys from under the bridge and sending them to Flint because nobody recognizes the dark man no more. They rather to burn them out and talk about NRA, Negro racket ass, and you ain't getting no.
Yes, I had a cocktail.
Yeah, man, they've been waiting on Jake. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, can y'all hear and see me? Can y'all hear and see me? This is Winter's Hall.
Can I share something? How do I do it?
Oh, go to. Oh yeah. Mickey got him. Listen, we sitting here with the legend. Y'all gotta be from Flint to understand who we sitting here with. This is Mr. JAKEAFELLA Hudson himself, Jake the Flake. We know him by. Long-time Flint legend. And I am extremely excited to be on time and in the studio with JAKEAFELLA Hudson today. And Jake, thank you so much. First of all, shouts out to E-Baller for hooking us up. E-Baller, I love you. Thank you so much for always supporting A10 News Media Group. And also shouts out to A10 News Media Group. And the best producer in the world. We call him Space These Sprockets, but today we just gonna call him old Maestro Mick around here because you know how he is. You know, he mix a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So we're gonna get our share game on, and Mick gonna go back to telling y'all good morning.
Facts. Abundant Fate, good morning. The good brother Marcus Fielder, good morning. Tapping in from Fairfield, California. We got Raymond Aldridge in the building, Carolyn Hendricks.
And let Jake know where they from.
Oh, no, for sure. No name. Love Mama in Maryville, Indiana, by way of the Shy. You know, okay. Then we got Reverend Frederick Poe. Good morning. He coming in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got Wanda Smith. Good morning. Tara, good morning. She coming in from Arkansas. Then we got Joyce Tubbs in the building. She coming in from Cleveland, Ohio. Tash Montana, that's the family from the D. Good morning to you. We got Rhoda Akins, Michelle Smith, a.k.a. Ann.
Hey,
Tasha,
man, it's Miss
Tanisha D.
Ann.
Brown in the building. Okay. What's up, cuz? Sheikah Jordan in the building. I
Hey,
ain't going.
Sheikah.
Good morning. Supporting from Philly. That's I ain't going. Jaleesa Mayfield, good morning. Fonda Brewer, good morning. Terry Nixon, good morning. Andre Holland coming in from the Shy. Good morning, Cassie Marie. Marcia A. Tarver, that's another one of our fellow West Siders from California. Ain't she, Marcia, ain't you from Pasadena? I think Marcia A. Tarver coming in from Pasadena. Hostage 42.
They really
Good
gotta get
morning
up
to
early
you.
to watch you.
Rhoda,
That's 3
Rhonda
hours
Murphy,
early.
good morning to you.
You got some
Sonya,
faithful
good morning.
California
Sonya
watchers.
Kathleen King. We see Steph in the building. Angie Mack, good morning to you.
That's the GOAT.
Elizabeth
My
Benny,
dog,
good
Angie
morning.
Mack.
Luana Terry, Rita Herner, good morning. Miss Spring Heron, Rochelle Rowe in the building. We got Otis Johnson, a good brother, coming in from Alabama. Yeah, y'all pulled that one out, Otis, but it looked like y'all damn it was finna give it to Georgia, though. Y'all, but
Everybody want to talk about no
I'm just giving the people. Good morning, Reed Johnson and Mike Simmons. Good brother Michael Clark in the building. Tasha Lynn, Georgia boy, top of the morning to you. Spill Maurice, the good brother, tapping in from Palaca, Florida, in the building. Miss Kersha Smith, and yes, family, and on a beautiful time. And I do got to say this, that Mr. JAKEAFELLA is in here, that he would be our last show that would be seen on Facebook.
Angie said I'm on time today. Andy is.
Okay. Yeah, we on YouTube now, but after today, we're gonna drop. We'll still be putting the links on there for you can still watch it on YouTube, but we'll be strictly YouTube in the morning from here on out.
Y'all heard what Big said. Now tomorrow, don't come on Facebook looking for us. We going straight to YouTube. The bump will be only on YouTube starting tomorrow. Bye-bye, Facebook. We crossing over now.
Yeah, y'all didn't ban me so much.
We crossing over. We tired of going to Facebook jail.
Y'all been in Facebook?
Man, we tired of Mark.
Man, 6 months.
We tired of Mark.
Oh, wow.
I can't do Mark no more.
I'm done with them. I'll send the link there, but I won't be on there with them no more.
Exactly.
They done proved a point to me. I believe them.
Yeah.
Luana Terry, Luna Callaway Lane, good morning. Christine Brown, Snappers in the building. Michael Cooley, the good brother from Greenwood, Mississippi, 662 in the building. Okay, Hodges 42 says Southern California in the building. Meat Free. We got Councilwoman Tanya Burns. Then we got Donnell Dumas. The only Dumas you like one is coming in from the Tar Heel State. He coming in from North Carolina. We got Flint Caskets in the building. We got Reginald Davis coming in from Louisiana. Miss Tia Harris. Renee Jackson, a good sister from Chicago.
Okay.
And we got Miss J coming in from Pittsburgh. Ain't she from Philly? No, she from Philly. My bad. We got Ronald M. Cam Hardy shooting the shit T. Good morning.
We got a new one.
Nah, she been in there for a minute. She been tapping in. We got Miss Zana Echo, Jazz Melanie. Good morning. Christina Mosley, Bonnie Vanner coming in from.
Look, y'all trying to talk about Jake and his music. We're talking about Jake and politics. It's much more than JAKEAFELLA.
Miss Beverly Biggs Levy in the building.
Hey, shouts out to Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, Flint City Council 3rd Ward candidate. Shout out to her and also a sponsor of the show.
You see, we got our other Cali people popping in from Sherman Oaks, Cali.
Okay.
I'll be messing her name. Miss McFadden, good morning. Cheryl Brody's coming in from Syracuse, NY. So, you know, we got a decent family tapping in. KKGA 770, good morning. IB, the bad girl at 810.
Oh, yeah, there she go.
Smart in the building. He said, what's up, Jay?
Yeah.
So I said, what's up?
Which one?
Oh, I thought you said somebody said what's up, Jay?
Derek Smart said, what's up?
Okay, Derek Smart. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
If you can pull it up or you can adjust it up here.
Daniels tapping.
Whatever comfortable.
You see Edgar Daniels tapping in from Tampa,
You got some
Florida.
good mics. You ain't got to pull them all up.
Okay.
This is how we do over here.
Cool.
Y'all can hear Jake,
We
okay?
the chilling circuit over
We ain't no chilling circuit. Look, we got Jake. We done made it. I ain't on no chilling circuit.
No. You've been blessed with a good brother like this. You know you move.
Absolutely.
My pleasure to join y'all.
Thank you for tapping in. We got Edgar Daniels tapping in from Tampa, Florida in the building. Vicky Bailey coming in from Kentucky. We got two, Terry coming from Maryland, the DC area.
Okay.
We got Renetta the Goddess tapping in. Live for love. Good morning to you. Okay, that's what we got. We got them coming in. Jake, they here to see you. David
They here to
Turner,
see
good
Jake.
morning.
We're gonna give him a
Rain
second to
Lawson
tap
Thompson,
in.
good morning. Miss Lorna, good morning. All in the queue, good morning. Sandra Martin said, well, Jake, is Grandma Tiny? This for you.
Mm-hmm. What she said?
Hello, Jake. It's Grandma Tiny.
Oh, Grandma
Martin.
Tiny. Hey, Grandma.
See,
Yeah. Okay.
You, brother.
That's what's up. Yeah,
They
Grandma
came
Tiny.
to see Jake today.
OG Tony Wiggins in the building. He said, what it do? The floor is yours, Montes.
All right. Well, I'm excited. Like I said, and I was walking through the quorum Friday, and E Baller introduced Jake and myself, and was like, you know how E talk. You gotta give her, you gotta give her real quick. And they got their podcast going on over there. And I was speaking with, I was telling a couple people this weekend, because they was like, oh, you get to ask Jake about all of his music and blah, 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 blah. I said, wait a minute. It's a whole different side to Jake. Jake hit me with some stuff with politics, with people's names and stuff I didn't even know. Jake, when you get off into politics?
When Obama became the president. Well,
Wow.
when people started when people started doing what I call Obama bashing.
Okay.
That was him going pretty much when he was going into his second term. Everybody was happy when he first, the first term, everybody was happy, you know what I'm saying? But by the second term, it was, our own people had started having doubt in him.
Right.
Black people started having doubt in him, I guess from their perspective of where they was getting their news from, so to speak. And then they would come back and repeat that to me. I'm just like, man, y'all, I don't think that that's the case, but I had no factual knowledge or no understanding of why they were saying he didn't do this, he didn't. So it made me just want to research and find out, like, let me get down to the bottom of this and see if he really a fraud or he ain't doing what he's saying, or is it a reason? And then I can have a knowledgeable defense for him.
Right.
When I speak to people about this, about him and politics in general. So I just started watching political shows and watching political news like every single day, all day, night and day, nonstop.
Are you serious?
That's all, and I still do it right now to this day.
Really? So what was your findings? Was Obama telling us the truth? Or
what happened was, like, even so, his second term, the Senate, the head of the Senate, the people that was the Republicans was in control, and Mitch McConnell, who was the head of the Senate, he had vowed because when Obama became the president at first, he was so mad. He said he said he's going to be a one-term president, and then when he won again, he came back. This is the same guy here,
Mitch McConnell.
He was so mad. Then he said, oh, he won't get a bill passed. So basically, it's what I learned is that the president doesn't really have. It's just the way the system is set up. He doesn't really have the power to be able to actually pass all the things that we might have wanted. And some of those things, even if he wants to pass them and he get the bill rolled up and it gets sent to a Republican Senate that's ran by the Republicans instead of when the Republican got the majority in the Senate, then even if he send a bill over there, that's a good bill for us. That's the thing that we need. It's going to help the people. That's going to lower prices and this and that, and it's going to make our lives better. The Republicans will block it, not because they don't want it to happen. They block it because they don't want it to add to his legacy to make him look good.
Right.
So they stop different things, and that's what the problem was. It was the Republican Senate that was stopping him. So it was minimum things that he could do in his term. And then one term, I think he had a Republican Congress. So all these bills have to either go through Congress or go through the Senate, then come to the president. Only thing he can do on his own is executive orders. You know what I'm saying? So he got to get the majority of the people. So anyway, that was what I had learned, and then I was able to explain to people more. But people just watch Fox News though. So
right, Fox
Yeah,
News and
yeah,
CNN.
yeah. So see, Fox is really more Republican though. Fox,
Right.
like I said, they got sued. They got sued $800 something million. They got Fox, and they had to pay it because they was spreading that lie that Donald Trump had won the election. That's why Tucker Carlson got fired
Oh,
from Fox. That's why he's not the head guy. They got a guy now. His name is Jesse Waters. He's the Tucker Carlson replacement. But basically, Tucker Carlson got caught sending texts and emails. Basically, they was in on the big lie that Trump lost the election, but what got him sued with the $800 million lawsuit was that company that they said that the voting machine making company sued them for defamation and saying that they voting machines was tampered with and was rigged against Trump, and they really wasn't.
right. They
So
was just mad because they lost.
yeah, they were just mad because they lost and they couldn't accept it, and so they wanted to keep going with the lie, but they kept on spreading it to all these people. And long story short, they got sued for $800 million and had to pay all of it.
They had to pay.
Yeah.
Well, before we go to national, because I just had to go there and just give y'all that little snippet about how much he knows about this. Last night, unfortunately, we had to pass in a third ward councilman, Quincy Murphy. Everybody knew Quincy Murphy. Quincy Murphy from the third ward, always cutting grass. It's a bunch of Murphys.
Okay.
Tina Murphy, Raphael.
Okay.
They had a sister that passed. You may see him.
I probably know him if I see him. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Quincy. Okay, I'm definitely know him if I see him.
I'm sorry, I didn't mention the right street.
Yeah.
I gotta mention the streets, Wesley and Dayton and all of that. Okay.
Yeah, we know about the hood.
Well, condolences to the Murphy family.
My condolences for sure.
He was still somebody's family member, brother, son.
For sure.
So condolences to the Murphy family. Also, so this past weekend, you came into a lot of stuff, Jake. We had 8 recalls. 8 recalls submitted Friday on our current mayor, Sheldon Neely.
Mm-hmm. So what's a recall?
Well, they're trying to get him out of office. They're saying that he's not doing too much for the city of Flint.
And where did the recalls come from? 8 different city council people? Or?
No, it came from some lady named Peaches. A resident named Peaches.
Okay.
And she turned them in. I don't know who wrote them. I haven't did all of that homework yet. But I know it was 8 submitted. And if one of them goes through and they collect enough signatures, he can get on the ballot, and himself, he can get recalled as well. Okay. Because we had $94 million coming to the city of Flint, the ARPA money, and that's gone. Our pipe's still not fixed. What do you think about this whole water situation?
I've been baffled about that the whole time. All the way from the governor and how he just disappeared out the picture and was behind the whole thing from the emergency manager that gave the OK in order that and overrode the city council and the mayor in order to go ahead and go with that plan in the first place. And then those people just disappeared, right, and ain't being talked about, ain't being exposed. They going on and living their life wherever they at, and they did extreme damage to this city. I mean, it's still, like I say, right now, people still dealing with it.
Right.
So I just think that I thought that
you got your governor that went on the Breakfast Club though and telling Charlemagne the God and everybody that the Flint water is fixed.
Well, that's because that's probably the memo she get. See, the people don't come put boots on the ground and find out. They get it. They representative the representative that's up there, and our state representative from Flint that's up there, whatever that guy name is. I forgot his name.
It's Cynthia Neely that's up there now.
Okay, so of course that's his wife.
He said, of course.
So it makes sense now, clearly. So when the word come from the city, go up to the state, goes to the governor. Oh, everything's fine. Everything's okay. Boom, we're getting the job done. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Bam. Okay, on with the next line of order of business. You see what I'm saying? So if that's you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So but evidently we all know that that's not the case. Right. So I just been because I live in Texas, but I always keep up on what's going on. But I just been wondering, like, people ask me out of state, like, I tell them I'm from Flint all the time. They say, well, did they ever fix the water? I said, some, because my pipes, they came in front of my house and fixed. When I did have my house here, I just sold it last August, but I had a home here for 10 years during the water crisis. And one was in Flint Township. Then I moved, had that one for 5 years. Anyway, I moved in Selby because I had a home over there for over 5 years. And then I sold it last year. But anyway, when I was in the house, when I was doing repairs to the house when I first got it, and I seen them clearly. They came down the street, they went in front of the house, dug something up, pulled a pipe up. They used some kind of tool they used, and then they left it. And they did it to everybody's house, and then they left the tool there. Whatever the tool was that they got, I guess they only could use it once or something, but it was one of those same tools in front of everybody's house. And they came and literally dug something up, pulled a pipe up, and then replaced something down there. And then so I fit, but I know that they didn't do that to every community.
Right.
Every community didn't get that done.
Every house, it's
every
like
house didn't get that done. I asked people.
They was looking for lead pipes, and it's like I've always said, the water didn't go down the street and say, "Oh, this house has a copper pipe, so we're not gonna go in that house." That water affected everybody's house.
Exactly.
And what people really, really don't understand is me changing this. You got this big line running through the middle of the street, and me changing this one pipe that go from that pipe to your house. That ain't fixing nothing.
That's not fixing nothing. That's what that's what I thought clearly. I'm like, so they came and fixed this one pipe in front of the house and these one pipes in front of, but didn't it still run through the big pipe, the main pipe that goes to all these other pipes that come to the house?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's I mean, and once again, I don't want to go to national, but like Biden, you know, this
No,
is
we talking about it all today.
So Biden passed what's called an infrastructure bill. Like when Trump was president, I watched him. You know, I watch politics every day. So he always was saying, it's gonna be infrastructure week. You will hear him say this, you know, different. This will be infrastructure week. We're gonna pass the infrastructure bill. This is infrastructure week. He never passed the infrastructure bill. When Biden got in, they passed the infrastructure bill. So that's why you're seeing like on the highways, like
75,
all the highways getting worked on,
right.
all the bridges across the country getting fixed, all of the, you know, everything, all the train tracks getting redone. Everything is getting revamped in the country that got to do with infrastructure, because he passed the infrastructure bill that the Republicans and that Donald Trump never passed.
Right.
So now that's why you're seeing all that work being done, because the states are getting that money from the infrastructure bill.
Right. And for those of you that are just tuning in, I see we got 100 more people that just tuned in. Everybody's asking, who is this man sitting here? This is the Flint legend. We used to call him Jake the Flake. I mean, when I was growing up. But this is JAKEAFELLA Hudson, national recording artist, CEO, entrepreneur of so many things. Like, Jake, just give us a touch of some of the things that you do personally.
Oh man, well, my latest thing is I'm a children's book author.
Really?
This year I released three Christian children's books in January. I got 6 more ready to go. I'll be releasing for around the holidays.
Really?
So this, hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be able to put out 9 children's books.
Now, Jay, how you go from that to that?
God.
None but God.
Yeah, with God, you can do all things are possible for those who love the Lord.
All right.
Yeah, so I believe ain't nothing, and you know. And then it's just the Flint in me. You know, Flint, you bold. You know, you can't nobody beat me in nothing.
Can't break you.
Yeah, you can't. I'm too bad. Yeah, it's just how I think. You know, so anything I want to do, anything I put my mind, when I follow my heart, you know, not what people expect of me or what people would want me to do. My heart just came up, about how can I help the world? What can I give these children? What helped me? What helped me and changed me was the word and God and the understanding and the knowledge in it. It made me a better person, changed my mind and also my heart. It made me understand love.
And I've seen that change with you. Like I said, I follow you, Jake.
Yeah.
I've seen you where you go out to dinner by yourself. You treat yourself. Yes. You let it be known it's okay for that. The smile that you have every morning. You get up, you're gonna do your exercise, and like I said, you're gonna post your Bible verses, and it's like you just keep going and going. Like you said, it's that Flint in you, it's that hustle in you. Correct. And so I admire you for that. Yes, really, and a whole lot of other Flintstones too. Mickey, I know you had some questions for
Nah,
Jake,
man,
because I'm gonna sit here and
just
talk to him
listening. Nah,
forever.
go ahead, 'cause I'm just seeing it. 'Cause I see a lot of people giving shout out Christy Coleman from DFW, Texas, Dallas Fort Worth area.
Okay, yeah.
What up to Jake? Nah,
Okay,
man,
Hey,
okay.
Vicky. That's my
What's up,
sister.
Texas DFW? I'll be back, y'all. Y'all ain't lost me. I'll be back.
Look, we
so
trying to keep her as long as we can.
I had to come back home and bless them with my presence and show this love I got for them.
And you
That's
return
real.
home every year for a birthday party. I've noticed that.
Yeah. So a lot of times I do. I hadn't did one in a few years, but always, like I said, I was living here, so I had a home here, so I would be here all the time. When I had my house, I'll come back.
But that fish fry I seen yesterday, I was a little kind of upset because I didn't get no fried lobster. But I understand.
Well, see, that was I was with the Darrell brothers, Uncle Leon, little Leon Lawson, his daddy. He fought in the fight. He was one of the fighters at the fight. He won and knocked the guy out in like the fourth round, third or fourth round. Okay. But that's his. He the train. He was the Darrell brothers trainer when they first went into them tournaments and when they first got the win and they getting their belts. But he their uncle. Okay. They granddaddy that trained them. Is Bumper's only son.
Anything to do with Clarissa? Did they?
Yeah, he helped Clarissa and helped train her son too. Yeah, he worked with her. I remember this is how much he told me about when I first heard about Clarissa. He called me on the phone because he just so flinted out, but he just real. But boxing is his life. Okay, he's serious about it. Like he is the baddest trainer I ever seen. Okay, like if he keep doing it with his son, he gonna go down in history as one of the best trainers, Leon Lawson. Okay, yeah, but when he called me about Clarissa, he said Church. They call me Church. He said Church. He said, man, if you got anybody, he said, man, we got a girl. If you got this before she even went. Pro, he did any Olympics and nothing. He said, we got a girl. He said, man, if you got that's box, he said, if you got anybody in her weight class, a female or a male, he said, man, we got $10,000 that can't nobody beat her. So if you got anybody that boxes in this weight class, they can be a male or female. It don't make a difference. We got 10 bands that they can't beat her right now. You tell anybody that. Wow. This is how tough, this is how rough, this is what he told me about before I even knew her. I never had met her or nothing, seen her on nothing. And this is how he's like, man, no, Church, she's so cold. He said, man, she a dog. He said, man, they can't mess with her.
Have you seen her fight?
Yeah, I seen plenty of fights.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is what he was telling me before that even, before she even went, people knew who she was when she was just coming up, And before she won the Olympics and everything.
And this goes back to something what we was talking about a little bit earlier off camera, but I want to bring it on camera for a lot of people. That support. Why you don't get that homegrown support? Like, is this everywhere? Like, no, Texas love you, Jake.
Yeah, no, see, the southern in the South, that's why all the artists in the South blew up. Because they all supported the South supported each other. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like the southern states, they artists. That's why it was easy for them to blow up because they cities, and then the other artists work with each other. They help each other. They get on, I'm gonna get on this song, I'm gonna do this. It's just like what we got the crab in the bucket, mentality, unfortunately. A lot of us, we're in this city. When it comes from, just the struggle is, everybody want to be ahead of each other, and people, I, me, they don't understand, working together as a team, and that comes from just not really loving each other for real. Right. Like your friends will love you to go help you do bad and kill somebody or beat somebody up. Absolutely. But then they don't love you enough to help you, and they got the money to help you, pay a bill or not for your shut off notice or whatever this might be. They, to give you support like that. Now they'll go do anything about beating somebody up and killing somebody. They're ready to ride with you. Right. But when you need them or need a support, you just come show up and just your presence and your assistance just being there. They can't give you support like that.
No, they can't. And that's so sad.
Yeah, they don't know how to do it.
I think that's how we was just conditioned around here because
it's been like that.
You come back and you come back from wherever part of the world you've been, even if you was just vacationing, and you come back to Flint and you look at the conditions that these babies are growing up in. It's like, what do you do? This was left before us. Now it's time for our generation to do something. And we still fighting with kids that really don't care and adults that really want to keep their foot on your neck because they want to control. So what do you think about that situation, like locally?
Well, that's what, like I said, the only answer to it. I just go back when we first came out and Dayton Family came out. You know, right before I did.
Shouts out to the Date family.
Yeah. So, and the thing about it was that, like, at that one time, it reminded me of just like how nationally everybody was behind Obama when he first came out. That's how everybody was behind the Dayton family when their music came out, and everybody in Flint loved them. It was no hate, nobody. You couldn't go any car was riding down the street with the windows down was playing their music.
Every car
in '93 that summer, it was not every single car that rolled down the street. FBI. No, that was the second one.
That was the second.
We talking about Flint Town.
You know them all.
We talking about
Flint Town.
Where
you from? Right.
Yeah, that was that when that. So I mean, but that was the kind of love. So we still kind of had that kind of love back then. It wasn't so much hate. You know what I'm saying? Even though we wasn't, I think that because we wasn't so skillful as entrepreneurial spirits, we was hustlers, but we didn't know that was really being entrepreneur. The way we was hustling, we did have the spirit, but we didn't know how to convert it over to business, and so that's where we lacked the ability to know the transition to work as a team, to to work with other people, to network. We was just always learn to do it, build from ourselves. The thing that's all we really had to work with.
That's true.
So it's not really like it's the thing to give us strength, but it's also our weakness, because we will fight for whatever we got. Like you look at Carissa, you look at we got the city got that fight in them. We want to win, but we just don't know how to win, go bigger to win, where we can win and then come back and help other people win.
And that's it. And that's the issue.
And that's the issue.
That's the issue. Mick, you had some questions about his entrepreneurship.
As far as being an artist.
Your microphone on?
Oh yeah, my microphone.
Okay.
Right? Not being an artist, being a CEO, how you navigate through that, because sometimes you have CEOs they be rappers, and it'd be kind of hard for them to push their artists because they trying to push themselves.
Well, me as a CEO of my own independent label for years, from Flint Thug Records to JAKEAFELLA, ENT, all my independent labels, I always recognized that it was. I never made like you mentioned, my first album, Out to Get Rich. Then you mentioned right after that, you mentioned the Flint Thug compilation, which was my second, album that I came out with. But in the compilation, I featured other artists. But I just was able. I wanted to open them up, not that and be able to get them an audience where they could be able to do the same independent thing I was doing, even if they didn't stay with my label and I wasn't the one that put them out. I was able to introduce them like Bone Scandalous.
Right.
See, Bone went on to be a part of the Scambino mob and with my boy Marky, and then being able to get a deal. And got but he got his exposure, and his audience came from being a part of the for song
Jake,
Goodfellas.
I did not know you put Scambino mob on.
Yeah, they met.
I didn't know that.
They met through me. Marky was in jail when we did the Flint Thug compilation. Marky was my best friend growing up, but he was in jail when I was doing the Flint Thug compilation. Then when he got out of jail, then he started being around me and Bone. Then some stuff happened in Flint. When I was after that compilation, I had to go. I moved out to Atlanta for a while, and then Bone used to be with me every day. And Bone was like, man, he's like, man, I don't want to deal with these, because he was from Saginaw. He's like, man, I don't want to deal with these niggas. And I'm just like, man, okay, well, I'm gonna call Marky.
I didn't even know Bone was from Saginaw.
Yeah, you just go. I said, man, just call Marky, and he gonna do everything how I was with you. He gonna do the same thing. That's my brother. He gonna do the same, y'all. And then when he called Marky, then they got together, and then boom, 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 and that's how Scambino Mob started.
Wow.
Just like that. That's exactly
history right here.
Yeah, that's how it started for sure.
Wow.
That's how it started. Yeah, but
go ahead, man. Go on. I'm too excited.
But as far as being so what I always wanted to do was like, because I was independent, and at the same time, like you say, I'm coming up with the money to be able to pay for everything. I'm writing the songs, I'm paying the producers, buying the beats, paying for the studio time. It's a lot on me, you know what I'm saying? And trying to market myself, perform, So I always would tell artists when they would ask me, like, we want to be with my label, I say, what? If you're dope enough, I can add you and feature you and, you know, give you some exposure. I said, but I wouldn't want to commit to you being an artist actually on my label because, you know, I'm focused on really trying to, you know, manage my thing correctly. And I don't want to just have you on the sideline just waiting and you really got talent. You might can find somewhere else, but if I can expose you to an audience and then they like you, then you can still, you know, if you're a hustler for real, you'll use that to go on and make some other waves and keep on moving and, you know what I'm saying, and use that as a stepping stool to keep on going. So I won't, like I say, we want to encourage instead of discourage. So that's what my process of it. But I never, you know, so I would never hold artists up. So that's why I didn't have a lot of artists like actually signed to my label. But you see me do the compilation, and that was me helping artists and people that I knew that I felt that was really had the talent to do it. And then they could go on and network and do things without me being there like Bone did and go and still make something else and come up with something new and still use the gift and always still utilize the audience and the fan base. And then boom, go get a deal or whatever, or release it independently and do the same thing I was doing.
I got my cousin on there. Harletta said, "What's up, Jake?"
Oh, Harletta, what's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Sonya said, "Don't forget about OG Gemini Smith."
Oh yeah, come on. No, we'll see. Oh, Gemini, yeah. Gemini wrote.
Hey,
he wrote songs for
thank
us.
you for watching. And I thanked you about 15 times for introducing me and Jake. So thank you. Please share it out.
That's real. That's what I like because a lot of people don't be understanding what it is, you know, because it seemed like everybody at one time wanted to be a CEO. It'd be hard. They like, I mean, I look at it from both sides, from the artist and from the you know, the guy who's gonna be the CEO. Like you got to be able to be like a marriage.
You got to be a marriage, but see the two don't have a lot of times in that ordeal, the two don't have they don't have the same on what I want to say. They don't have equal passion for the same thing, for the same in common, you know, same in common goal. They don't have the equal passion. The CEO is just an investor that's spending money, and he's hoping to get a return on his money. At the same time, with the artist, you know, they like the limelight, the fun that come with it. If the artist dope, you know, we're gonna get girls, we're gonna have fun. This my dude, I like him, but you know, and then the artist, you know, he's more passionate about maybe his craft and his making good music and, you know, really getting on to make it happen. So he'll keep going. The CEO might, you know, his money might run short, and he might, you know, and he might lose faith because it ain't moving fast enough. We've been doing this thing independently a year. We still ain't got a big break. We still ain't made a lot of money, but you know, but it's a steady grind. You got to stick in there and believe in it. But when you are like me, the artist and the CEO, my passion and my goals are common because it's all me. I'm connected to it. So I'm passionate about it. I'm serious about it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it work because it's me that's doing both sides.
There you go. That's it, Jay.
Yeah, it's me that's doing both sides, you know. So I always, you know, encourage artists to, you know, try to, you know, like I said, right now these days it's so easy to be an independent artist. I mean, literally how you can literally get music out so easy through the streaming platform so fast through these companies that are called aggregators. They use them. They got aggregators for movies and they got aggregators for music. Basically, aggregators, basically like we were saying, the streets, a middleman.
Okay.
The aggregator got the plug already to Spotify, to Apple Music, to iTunes, to all these platforms across the world, these streaming platforms across the world. And you get it to them, and then they charge a small percentage. They don't take none of the royalties. They just charge a small percentage, you know, in order to put it out. But they get you straight to all of these platforms without you having to go through each individual platform single-handedly and do them yourself.
20 years.
Yeah, like it was back in the day. You had to go call. You had to go hit every one of them up independent. You didn't have nobody to be able to navigate the connection for you. So you had to literally try to find out how to get in contact with all these people individually. But now the aggregator, they do the job for you. And the same thing with film. You know, the aggregator, they get you to Tubi, they get you to Hulu, they get you to Prime, they get you to, you know, they can get you to all of those streaming platforms.
What made you want to go to independent route? As far as you want to put your own movies out, put your own music out. When a lot of other people, they go like the easy route where they'd rather have somebody else invest in them than them invest in themselves.
Well, the independent route just give me full control, and then I ain't got to wait for people. I got no patience, and I hate waiting.
Me too.
Like Jay-Z said, "Ho, get your ass in and let's ride."
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Jay.
No, see, that's what I respect. See, and that's what I think a lot of people coming up don't understand that, like, what the fight was back then. Because to me, I look at it like this. I look at the ones before me, like y'all, how y'all did it, to how the kids got it a little easier now.
Of course, well, see, being independent in my time was because me being from Flint, I could just tell you my experience. The Dayton family and them had a major deal with a major record company. Top Authority had a major deal with one of the biggest. It wasn't a major label, but it was one of the biggest distributors in the world of any. The owner of the company, the Top Authority was signed with, was a man named Dick Griffey, and he owned Solar Records.
Right.
And Dick Griffey was the biggest at that time when Top Authority was signed to him. He was the biggest distributor. He was the biggest black. He was the biggest black man. He was the biggest black distributor of any product in the world. So I don't care if he was distributing hair products. He was distributing more records and CDs and cassette and more records, CDs and cassettes. That product he was distributing across the world more than any other black person. So he was the #1 black distributor of one particular product in the world at that time. So that's where they had. That's why their music got. Even though he wasn't a big label like Dayton Family them label was, Relativity and Atlantic Records and all those labels. He wasn't big like that, but he had the distribution. So that's why all their music got to the same place, even though they was with a smaller company. But their music touched exactly where Dayton Families touched at. Top Authorities touched in the same place.
Right.
You know,
people who don't know who Dick Griffey is, he was the one that helped Suge them get started.
Yeah, you see, he on a Death Row documentary.
Suge who?
Suge Knight. Yeah, Suge Knight.
Yeah, you go back.
Yeah, you go back. You see Dick Griffey, and he the one that gave him that first office that was all red.
Yep.
In Dick Griffey building.
He tell you Suge took his game.
Yeah, still and ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
I listened to Mike Simmons said he want us to go on for 5 hours today. We can't go for 5 hours today. And Baller tagging everybody. Keep tagging them, Baller.
No, because it's true what you got. Because that's why I say he fires. Like when I see artists who want to be like their own boss, this brother right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it was somebody else, I missed it.
Well, and another thing back then, I really didn't have the options. You know, I went out and talked to Solar. You know, when I had a single, they wanted to give me a deal, but he was like, his thing, he didn't give artists upfront money.
Right.
You know, but he ended up giving Top Authority and them some money because they was already hot. However it went, but he ended up giving them some money. But he was like, he don't give you money, but he give you an 80-20 split on, you know, and put your music everywhere. So you get 80%, he get 20. And then he gonna distribute the music and make sure it get everywhere in every store. So now you got to just go out and do a video, promote for it. And back in them days, it was too expensive to shoot a video. You know, all this stuff was very expensive to do. Right. You know, so being independent was like, you know, but for me, it was like, it was really my only option. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, then Dayton Family, they label had so many other artists. You know, they really wasn't looking, you know what I'm saying, looking to sign me. You know, I think String said he kind of mentioned it to one of the people before and they wasn't all the way interested in it. So, you know, my thing was I knew that my city had loved it because when my first cassette came out, it's like the Dayton Family. When it came out, everybody was riding down the street playing. Jake, the motherfucking Jake, the motherfucking So I'm just saying. So my music had the same impact that their music had when it hit the streets. So I knew that, you know, it had potential to do the same thing that their music did, but I just didn't get the opportunity to get the major distributors, you know, that they had for my music to get exposed. But I stayed grinding it underground and doing it independently, and it still eventually spread to a lot of those places anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but you know, that was the thing. The reason why I did it, because I really didn't have no option. It's either, you know, go for what you know, nigga, you gonna sit back and be waiting on somebody to hopefully notice you and give you a chance, nigga, go take your chance.
It's a guy on here, Flint Justice, that has been following you since we turned it on this morning, and he said something about what I mentioned earlier. You put your son on.
Yeah.
He said you was impressed, like you put your son on your own label and been guiding him through the process.
Yeah, well, see, because that's my son, so I can help. I mean, I can, you know, same thing I do for myself, I'm gonna do for my son. You know what I'm saying? And then
Well, they gave LeBron such a hard ass time for, you know, bringing his son along.
Well, that's just you know, so let me just try to tell you the thing about a fan. The word fan comes from another word, and
Hit me with it.
fan comes from the word fanatic. A fanatic is somebody that's crazy. Fanatic and lunatic is almost close in the same range of definition of words. So that's a fanatic is somebody who crazy about you. That's your fan.
You a fan.
A fanatic.
You a fan.
So you got Laker fans. They Laker fanatics. You got Dallas Cowboy fans. They Dallas Cowboy fanatics. They crazy about them. So that's what a fan is. So a lot of these fans and people gonna have, they crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have some crazy stuff to say. They're gonna have some crazy opinions about how things is going. And then public opinion is a lot of times is the opinion that gets the broader view and perspective is how people see it. You know, like Puffy right now. He already guilty in the eyes of public opinion.
Yeah, well, come on, we might as well get there because I sure was gonna ask you about that.
The internet tearing him up so bad, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it ain't, you know, you can't everywhere, you know. So it's like they doing R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Like
Jake,
same thing.
Jake,
go ahead.
You didn't party with some of these people now. You didn't.
Like people ask me, have you ever killed anybody? I say,
I don't recall.
Not lately.
Jake said we ain't about to talk about that. He gonna talk about the baby oil.
Not lately.
Not lately.
But this the thing with me, with us. We go hard on our own because you can see a white counterpart do the same thing.
Hey, King Rodney.
He don't be considered guilty because ain't nobody saying nothing about Harvey Weinstein, but he out. Ain't nobody saying about the other. I forgot because I just was looking on my phone. That's what I forgot the one guy was a Disney kid. Like what happened? And then we just look at.
They've been doing it.
Yeah, but then we don't say nothing. But this my thing with them. They've been doing whatever they've been letting Diddy do this, but whatever he was doing, you know what I'm saying. But now, because this whole thing is coming about Diageo.
Yeah, it came from Ciroc. It came from Ciroc. Well, yeah, they was giving him $60 million a year. They was giving him, and he had a 17, and in 17 years, he was supposed to have been an accumulator. They will give him a total of $1 billion. He was getting 60 million a year, and so, but what it was, but he had branded Ciroc, just like all of us knew. We thought that was Puffy liquor. We never knew that he had no ownership in it. So they used his popularity, and as they always know how to use the black man, you know, in some type of way for their benefit, even at that level, you know. And so, but when he realized that he had no ownership, he had no royalties in it, he had nothing where he could control nothing. He felt like he had helped build the brand to be so big, and did, you know. And so he felt that y'all need to at least give me a slice of that other pie. Now, y'all know y'all giving me this pie, but I need a slice of them sales.
So if they was giving him $1 billion, they was probably
they plan on giving him $1 billion in over a 17-year period.
So how much you think they was making?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Billions already. They worth that company is worth $100 billion.
Damn. See, when he went to the plant in Mexico, he seen because the Guave plant is how they make the tequila.
Yeah.
And he seen they didn't have none planted for him. And that's what people don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's when he called, but he put out that they was racist because he took them to court.
Well, no, that's what happened. See, so that's when he went wrong.
Right.
Because he threatened them with a lawsuit. And then he went on ahead and then filed the lawsuit. But then later on, he realized that, that might be a bad idea. And then he took the lawsuit back. But then after that, it was too late. Yeah. Damage had already been done. Yeah. You already crossed the line too far. So now we finna show you, like basically the same thing what happened in the movie Scarface with Sosa.
Facts.
That's exactly what happened. Like we putting you on, we letting you be the man, we letting you do all your cocaine, we letting you have all the big houses, we letting you run the whole city, do everything you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You distribute it, now you distributing all over the country.
Right.
You're the biggest thing. You the biggest thing since, you know what I'm saying, since Michael Jackson.
Right.
You know, now, so, but, you know, understand where the real power is at. It's not in you. We made you.
Thank you.
The same way we made you big, we can break you and make you, and break you down and make you not big. Because guess what? Not only do we got the plugs in the music to help you get Grammys and all these other things, because now we had it. Your success was part of our profit margin. You see what I'm saying? So if the more Grammys you get, the more our liquor sale. So we're going to talk to our friends in Hollywood to make sure you get that Grammy this year.
I love hearing this.
Yeah,
we're going to make sure you get that Grammy this year. When
he left Interscope Records, remember, he did an audit and found out Jimmy Iovine and them had got him for $22 million they had to pay.
Yeah.
That's when he did the SMS audio, the headphones. Remember, Dre did Dre Beats. How Jimmy Iovine get more than Dre?
Right.
Well, because like I said, they always know they always know the play. They always know the play, and they always got the, you know, they ahead of the curve in the paperwork to understand it, and they just put the money out there like, we gonna make this. They didn't even know how big it was gonna go. They didn't, you know, it went bigger. The beats went big. They, like I said, they everywhere. Everything. They part of everything right now.
Beats right
now. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they part of everything right now. You know what I'm saying?
So
but
for $4.6 billion, I think he got $1 billion. But guess who got the rest?
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah. So
and shout out to Larry. Larry, we know you watching because you've been up all night waiting for Jake to come on. With Jake is here.
Shout out to Larry. I'm reading the comments. I'm just saying, a lot of our people from out of town, they say it's refreshing to hear you, like how you sitting up here, because they don't be thinking really. They be getting like, we not into politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to have more of a discussion about that, actually, but
we
talking about a lot of things, but all of this is about politics, though, honestly. So even with the Puffy, like so when what they did, they just pulled up, they just released the Kraken, so to speak, and when they released the Kraken, they opened the doors and let y'all. Matter of fact, and then when they released it, they sent them, okay, you want to play? All right, we already got enough off you anyway, nigga. We're gonna show you. We're gonna break you all the way down. We're gonna show you what we're gonna show you what we can do to you. You already done stepped up. We thought you was one of us. We thought we could let you go ahead, but just like a nizzle all the time, you always get power and get like anything, get greedy. You can't, like, you was getting 60 million a year. You should have been cool with that, because now with them 60 millions, you might possibly can go over there and team up with 50. And then y'all put a bag together, and then y'all make your own liquor, and then y'all do your own distribution with both of y'all names together. You see what I'm saying? Like that.
People
so you still getting enough money, but see, it's always a crap. We always want to compete with each other,
right?
Instead of uniting and coming together and using all our resources, all our fan bases. Like, I mean, it's like, you know, it's just hard. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like how people don't. I'm always willing to network with, you know, with my people. So let me just try to tell you, I'm gonna leave it right here. Y'all can go back to the questions. When the Dayton family did the verses against Top Authority, that was a sold out show. It was packed, and what it did was it lit the fire. Basically, they fire was burning. Their name was back ringing again. Both of their names was back ringing again. You know, city it introduced the young crowd to them a little bit that didn't know nothing about them. Brought them back up to the older crowd. You know, it put life back into both of their careers. I was the host of it. So, you know, but it definitely let a flame back in both of those groups' careers. So this is what I was telling them. I was telling the Dayton family, and I was telling Shoestring, and I was telling Shotgun, the Top Authority. I was telling both of them, because they're the ones I talk to the most. You know what I'm saying? You know, I talk to Ira sometime, but I know the one gonna tell the other one.
Right.
So I said, man, this is the time right now. I said, what we need to do is just come out with a hot single, with a banging beat, get a catchy hook, and all of us just jump on there and become one group. I said, and I said this, I said, and even if y'all don't even include me, y'all should just do it, but y'all got to do it like right now.
Why it's hot?
Why y'all name is back in the air and floating? Y'all got to do it right now. I said, man, I help y'all, whatever y'all need me to. I said, that's what. Then but like our Flint people do, we procrastinate, we sit around, we wallow in the fame at the moment, and then let that be the reason and soak into that. instead of like, you're right, Jake. It's time for us to. It's our chance. Let's go for it. It's our chance to light another flame and another flame and another flame. They let that flame, you know, stay lit until it went back down and then went back down to ashes. And then now, you know, it ain't got to do it now wouldn't have the same effect if they would have done it then. It still could do something if they do it. So I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying, but if you would have did it at the right precise moment, at that moment, it would have been so much more effective, and it could have launched, it could have ignited both of those groups' careers once again to move on and really go and make some money, you know, get on tour, do a lot of other things. But I just think it was a missed opportunity.
Well, my last question before we head off into the politics, I don't know if Mick, you got some more questions. My last entertainment question, because I've seen it up here. What do you think about a lot of the new Flint rappers and what they rapping about? Like, we could relate to Jake and Top Authority and Scambino and the Dayton family because y'all was hustlers. Y'all rapped about the life y'all was living.
Exactly.
That was your life. So you wasn't telling a lie.
Period.
And I'm not saying that the new ones out here telling lies, but it's not. It's kind of like a fruity rap compared to the real rap.
Well, I thought that initially myself, but then when I realized, it's like, I thought, me being a big rap fan, I'm like me, I was literally waiting for the Ghetto Boys album to drop. I was waiting hand and foot for Scarface's new album to come out, and rush to the store as soon as they got it and checking if they got it early.
Music Planet.
The Music Planet, Music Planet, yeah, or Nick, whoever gonna have it first.
Right. Serious Sound.
Whoever gonna get it first. Sometimes they get it in early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get all this because the music is where I got my information from. That's how I learned. I learned through these rappers. I learned through the stuff they were saying. I learned they was giving game. They was educating me about the streets and stuff I didn't know. And then at the same time, the beats was just motivating. It was like, this was my kind of music, but it kind of, it led me into doing the things I was doing, like BDP KRS-One had this song called Love's Gonna Get You. Love's going to, but at the time when he had a verse and he say, I pull about a G a week, fuck school. And at that point, I was making like a G a week, and I was like, man, fuck school. I ain't got time to be going to this shit, man. Grandma making me have to get up. So I leave and go to school every day. And then a dude named Mark, because grandma make me, I had to leave the house. I couldn't stay there. So I leave about at the second
you
hour.
mind your grandmama.
Yeah, mind grandmama.
Yeah.
Grandma gonna slap this.
They don't have respect for grandmamas nowadays.
Well, but they grandmama on Facebook with her booty out and her boobs showing, laying in the bed talking about come get me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just some of them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
some
true.
of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's
So
true.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some of them. So the grandmamas of today ain't the grandmamas that we had back then, unfortunately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So but back to the Flint groups, I realized that at the, like you say, fruity rap, I realized it wasn't like the kind of rap that we did, and it was that we used to, or that we really want to hear. But as I looked at where people at, like people, like we had to pay attention more because information didn't travel so fast. So we had to watch all of the news. We had to watch the video show until the last video came on, that world premiere that we've been waiting to see through this whole show. We done watched 30 minutes, an hour of this show just to see this one premiere video.
Right.
So if information didn't travel so fast, now these days the information is just at their fingertips. They don't have to wait for a world premiere and watch everything. They can watch in the time we watch the world premiere. They can watch
a million people that watch it, right?
Yeah, they don't know. They didn't watch 10, 15, 20 ones in the time it took us to watch one show to wait for one video. They done went through all these. They done seen 25 different ones in one time.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So with me understanding that information travels so fast now, it makes people attention span shorter, and it makes a lot of stuff easily to be accepted. Like, some stuff that we just wouldn't accept that back in our day. Right. The kind of rap that they do right now.
You gotta say church.
Yeah,
Jake on here. You gotta say church.
Church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they wouldn't, we wouldn't accept that type of rap in our day. But in these times, the way that they come in, it's actually, I commend the Flint rappers and the Louis Rays and the Rio, the OGs, because these guys created a style of music that, like I said, we originally probably wouldn't even in our time. We would be like, oh man, that ain't our kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they done created a whole different type of rap style that people are now. All the other famous rappers, I heard Kendrick Lamar rapping like them.
Mhm.
This is their style of rap.
Mhm.
They created it.
Mhm.
Rio the OG created it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is him. He created this particular style of rap. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody around, RMC Mike, all them dudes, they all do it.
The YNJ you met. Well, I
yeah,
know
yeah,
you didn't met
yeah,
there.
I
I
mean,
ain't even
why?
gotta
Yeah,
say
yeah,
you know
yeah,
you
yeah,
met.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
you know
yeah.
them all.
But I'm just saying, like, but this particular type of music, like that Rio really came out with. RMC Mike was his man, and
Okay.
then Louis, you know, but that particular style of rap is credited to Flint. The Detroit guys took it and ran with it.
Okay.
Everybody took it and ran with it, but Flint is the ones that really originated it. And now these boys making money. They known all over the world. They doing features with other artists all across the country. They traveling. They really making money, and they doing got publishing deals. You see what I'm saying? They still kind of independent. They know about making the YouTube money, getting their Spotify money, you know, getting
Right.
through the views and everything.
Right.
They understand the internet and the business and people, you know, they doing good for themselves, and I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? All of the
good.
Flint rappers, Babyface, and the Young E, all of the young rappers, man, they really hot, and they just not hot in Flint. They hot all over the country.
That's good. I know.
Yeah, over the world.
I know they excited to hear a legend give them a shout out. So,
oh no, yeah, man. Because I'm Flint all the way to the bone.
I know.
Yeah, I'm a fan, and I've supported. You know, I'm with my people, man. Period. Yeah, I'm with my people.
Well, since you with your people, we about to dive off into this subject here. It's called Project 2025.
Okay.
Do you think that Project 2025 was put out here for us to, like, as a 12-hour scare tactic to make us vote Democratic again?
No, that's a lie. That's reverse psychology. Project 2025 was put out by an organization called the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is a Christian nationalist organization, and they Republican based. And so what they want to do is turn this country into a Christian so-called Christian country, a white Christian country.
Okay.
Like it was with slavery.
Oh,
That kind of a white
Okay.
Christian country.
Okay, I got you.
Because these same people that was called themselves slave owners was same ones that called themselves Christians back then, and the same racist white people that are still racist and feel like they feel about black people. They are still these same people that are what they call them now is evangelicals.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Evangelists.
yeah, not just these, but that's who the Republican. All of these people are so religious. But anyway, back to Project 2025. The Heritage Foundation created it, but what made them put it out was because now they are emboldened behind what Trump has done and how he has motivated his base of white supporters more so than anything to come out and be blunt about feeling how they feel. So he made them be bodacious. Yeah. He they acting like that, and so they like, you know what, man, we ain't scared. They've been working on this plan.
Did you ever think you would see a time where Trump would come right to the IMA in Flint with no repercussions?
No, the last time he came, that lady said, "No, we ain't give us that mic back." The last time he came to Flint, y'all remember that?
Yep, up there at that church.
He got to talking that. She said, no, we ain't doing that.
Right.
Yeah, you go come over here playing with these games. We don't come over here talking all about that. We ain't doing that. Yeah, dug right in his chest. Yeah, don't come playing. But so the Heritage Foundation, they put this plan out. It's not nothing to they this is whatever, because I never heard what you just said, but whatever that is that you said and wherever you got that from, that's the overlay for the underplay. They have to try to cover it up now, because now the way that the Democrats are busting it on to the people and letting them know what it is, they just basically overstep. They should have just held it in their back pocket and been cool and act like they wasn't doing nothing. Right. That's what they should have did. Right. But they was so emboldened, and they felt like we got control. And then how the race was going with him running against Biden and how the odds was looking, it was like, you know what? we're gonna put this thing out here. They can't stop it now anyway if they wanted to. That's what they was thinking. And then they pulled that Ricky Rue on them, and then waited till after their convention and did what they did, and boom, and then caught. But now it's too late. Y'all have showed your hand. So what Project 2025 basically is they blueprint an agenda for them to be able to basically take control and take power and turn this country into a Christian based country for white folks, and give them all the power back, and remove us from having a democratic, being able to vote, and like for we the people. Project 25 is all about removing we the people. They want to, because we the people is who've been in the way of their power.
Right. I heard one of the Republican congressmen and senators, one of them, he made a tweet about come January 20th, where I think he was referring to the Haitians. Y'all better be out of our country.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm trying to say to black people. Y'all gotta quit playing games with this stuff and looking at this thing. Man, when Trump was president, when he put the Muslim ban and they talked about the people coming into this country, and they mentioned something from Africa, he called it a shithole country. A shithole country. Google it. Yeah, Google it. What country did God? What was Donald Trump saying when he was speaking about shithole countries? He was talking about Africa. So he don't bash the black people because he know he need a vote.
I know.
So that's what Project 2025 gonna do. It's gonna remove where he don't have to depend on the vote, and then he can just go and be bold as he want to be.
Well, he said if you vote me in this time, I promise you this is the last time you have to vote.
He said that to a group of he was talking to a group of Christians. He was talking to the evangelicals then when he said that. At that speech that he said to that.
But he said he didn't know nothing about, I don't know anything about Project 2025.
His name is in it 312 times.
Damn, Jake Howard. I ain't even gonna ask how he knew that, because he read all the time.
His name is in it 312. It was specific.
312 times.
312 times his name is mentioned. 312.
You know that, Mick?
Google it.
Mick.
Listen, true. I mean, he denied and said he ain't got nothing to do. He didn't know nothing about it, but the Heritage Foundation, it is. My only thing was, and I say this with the Democrats, why did y'all wait so late? Why was nothing put in plan? That'd be my only thing. To me, it's like the Republicans played the long game.
Yeah.
The Democrats play the short game. Because my thing is this, I get it. Okay, we gonna, I like I said, I'm voting Democratic, but the thing is, so what's going to happen after 4 years? Just say Kamala get in. Eventually, we're going to get another Republican president. I don't care what nobody says.
Well, see, but if we go ahead on and take advantage of this opportunity right now, and once again, like I was saying earlier, the president doesn't really have the power. So if we're looking at the president to make all the changes, we have to vote down ballot. We have to vote in we have to vote in Republican. We have to vote in Democratic senators, Democratic state senators, Democratic national senators, you know what I'm saying? So we had to vote Democratic all the way down to congressmen, people, your Democratic state Congress, and for Congress in Washington D.C. We have to vote Democratic down ballot for so that way when you get ready to now they don't have an excuse. But we can easily take the Senate and the House right now. We got control of the Senate, but it's only a one person majority. So we only got one extra. The Senate is set up with 100 people. We got 51. They got 49 right now. But we need, in order for a lot of those bills to pass, we have to get like 60 votes so we need like 9 more senators to really be able to do all of the things to get, in these different states. We need 9 more senators to really have the full power. We still got the power, but it's certain things that I forgot what it's called, like the filibuster. But it's certain things like if you want to pass this, and you have to have so many of the majority. You can't just have half. You got to have 60 instead of the 51. You see what I'm saying? So but we, like I said, we already in control of the Senate. The Democrats are in control of the Senate. So right now, what we trying to do, we need to take back Congress. We did have
can't
Nancy
see that.
Pelosi.
No,
Oh, that's Raheem
Raheem.
Patterson. He said, Jake, bootleg and shoestring. All we do is watch and talk politics every day. That's what we talk about when we talk to each other. We deep off into this. Well, Raheem, we got to get you on too. Then.
Shoestring deep in it too. That's what I'm saying, man. Him.
We got
Don't let me lose the thought we was just at. But I'm gonna tell you about with me and Shoestring when what happened, man. We were so sad. This is what happened. After Joe Biden had lost the debate, me and him called and talked to each other. We were so sad. We felt like somebody in our family had passed away. This how sad we was. And we and him was so sad. He said, man, Jake, I know you feeling like me. I said, man, I couldn't even finish watching the Heen. I said, man, I'm so mad. I said, I ain't even watched politics in the last couple of days, man. I'm so mad. I said, I watch it all day, every day. I said, Heen, I can't even look at it, man.
But y'all was focused on Joe, forgot a few things, and Trump lied the whole time.
He did, but everything was his delivery. See, Joe was up there fumbling. You know, we needed the strong Joe that we got, the one that was at the State of the Union.
Right.
We needed to bring that Joe to that performance, and he didn't do it. But he admitted that he didn't do it. That's the difference. He ain't lie about it.
Right.
But anyway, me and Stream was so hurt personally about it. So then then that was right after the Republican they had their convention, you know, so they was feeling real strong, the Republicans was. And then they pulled
a black woman
and then they pulled they pulled the biggest tricks that probably, and when history go back to reflect the move they did, it's gonna be one of the biggest, like we say, it's gonna be one of the biggest Ricky Rules, flea flicker around the back, boom, 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 boom in politics that ever happened, and that changed and flipped things upside down from the way it was to the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where he was at is where she at now. Where he was at with Biden and the head of Biden, that's where she at ahead of him now. So, but anyway, when that flip happened, well, when they was trying to do the flip, when Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, you know, Chuck Schumer is the head of the Democratic head of the Senate, you know what I'm saying? And then Hakeem Jeffries, he's been voted to be the next, if the Democrats get control of Congress, then he'll be the head of Congress like Nancy Pelosi was. It'll be the black man, Hakeem Jeffries. So anyway, and then who else was it? It was Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi. They was trying to get Joe to bag out. You know what I'm saying? They said Obama was in. They claim Obama was in on it, trying to tell him to bag out the race, and so they can put another candidate in there. So anyway, but when we found out that, so when they was trying to do that, me and Heen was like, me and Shoestring, we like, man, hell no, man, they tripping, they trying to throw Joe out. Man, he just had one bad.
I can't imagine y'all talking politics.
Man, I'm talking about we like, man, they some haters, man. This is what me and him saying, like, man, they hating on Joe, like, man, I can't, like, man, he's like, that's what the Democrats always do, Jake. They always try to do something, man. That's what I'm saying, man. People, they always, man, they need to just leave that man alone. Let him do what he gonna do. Because when Joe is out, man, that's our man. He gonna win. You know, so that's what he's saying. So then we a couple of days go around, boom, 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 weeks, boom, boom. Then when Kamala come in, and then they replacing it, boom, 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 boom. We see that, man. We so happy. We calling each other. We smiling. we like. You see him. You see, like, Jake. You see that? We back talking. We smiling. We laughing. We like, oh man, she killing him. She killing him. Then the Democratic convention came. Oh my goodness, we was in politic heaven.
So when y'all watched the debate between Kamala and
no, I mean, I'm talking about the convention.
Right, but I'm saying when y'all watched the debate, how did y'all feel between the debate between Trump and her?
Well, see, when I seen the debate, I thought that I already knew all he was going to do was lie. You know, that's all he got is lies. You know, all of his stuff is lies, and he repeated enough time that if you keep on hearing it, you'll believe it. So he keep on repeating the same rhetoric. They're coming from such and such. They're coming from crossing our borders. They're doing this, but he has no policy. He has nothing to talk about. He has no plan. Even when he didn't try to repeal Obamacare and took it to court with judges, some of them even Trump judges that he appointed. He didn't try to, even when he was president, he tried to repeal and replace Obamacare 60 times. They were so mad that Obama had his name and had passed a health care plan that was actually helping people. They was willing to strip it from all the people that it was helping the whole time. 60 different times they tried to take it away, and they lost every single time, but they was mad because it was something Obama did and had his name on it. They wanted to rip the black man legacy away from him. This was all Trump's doing.
Well, when you talk about the black man's legacy, do you think black Do you think America is ready for a black woman president?
Yeah, they ready. Obama warmed them up. Hillary got them geeked. Now Kamala finna come through with the whoop whoop. Yeah.
Okay, then he said with the whoop whoop. He said that we're ready.
Yeah, they ready. Yeah. Because women have got power. You know, women have been. You know, it's been black queens. It ran country. I mean, it's black people. You know, women got power. You know, and then at the same time, they already been doing actually. But outside of coming off of COVID, see, this is what people. Another thing that we think as Democrats, and people think back when Trump and was getting PP money, then they gave him stimulus checks out because of COVID. But Trump didn't even want to get that money out. The Republicans voted against it. They did not want to get the money out. Nancy Pelosi was the person, the Democratic Congress. She was because they at that time we had the majority in Congress. So she was the head. She was the head. Like right now, they got the majority and the head of Congress is Mike Johnson. He a Republican, but back then we had the head of Congress when Trump was president. It was Nancy Pelosi. So we was in control of Congress. So she was the one, and Congress is the legislative branch. They're the one to handle the money. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not mistaken, but anyway, she was the one behind making sure the people got the money. Trump
and he just put his name on the check.
And then once it got passed, and he knew that he couldn't stop it because the public opinion, once again, 70-80% of the country knew that we need him was so it would have been looking bad for him if he would have voted against it. But they originally tried to go against it in the Senate. So the Republicans did. They didn't want to pass it. But when they passed it, okay, well, you're going to pass it. What he did, he just put his name on it. So everybody got this check with his name on it. They think, oh, man, Trump gave us money, man. Trump, man, was looking on for black people. Man, Trump didn't want to give you niggas nothing. And even right now, when you hear him talk about these Haitians, it's just him. It's just a way for him to code it and talk about black people. So, but not only that, now first he was talking about they coming from Mexico. But now they coming from countries all over the world. Now he's saying they coming from Africa. They coming from the Congo. So when he started rounding up these black people, these Mexican people, they're gonna send ICE. They got their own force. They do immigration. They their own police force called ICE. And then they're gonna, even through Project 2025, they will be able to implement and use the National Guard to come to people's houses and knock on their door, like you done seen movies, and literally snatch people out their house with their kids and send them on a bus, on a plane to another country. And where's your birth certificate? Man, I ain't had my birth. You ain't from this country. You from Nigeria. Man, I was born in Flint. No. Well, where's your birth certificate? Well, we don't got time. You come with us. See, this is what people don't know. This is where they're trying to take it to. This is the power they're trying to wield on us through that Project 2025. So us as black people, we need to wake up and quit playing like debating like, man, I like Trump. You like his tennis shoes. You like, and some people say he's a great businessman. He's not. He went bankrupt 6 times. He the only person that ever bankrupted a fucking casino. How do you bankrupt and lose a fucking casino?
I don't know.
That ain't nothing but a lick on top of a lick on top of a lick.
No.
You lose a whole casino?
And that's money coming in and you still lose.
You lose a whole casino, bro. Like right now, he always talking about the stocks. Because see, he think about the stock market because all his rich friends, they got money in the stocks.
Right.
How the stock go up and down. That's how they money keep growing.
Right.
Or they lose money. So the stock market has hit an all-time record high since Biden has been president. It has hit its all-time high. And so every time, so this is what Trump do. He say, well, the only reason the stock market is good because people are expecting me to win. But as soon as it go bad, he say, oh, the reason it's bad because I'm not in office. Y'all need to reelect me and bring me in. But the whole time it's been good. It's still good right now. It's still up. He said he was claiming it was going to go down. So this is what I want to explain to people, our people. The reason why the economy is messed up the way it is because of COVID. Trump came into a great economy that Obama had set up. Obama came into the recession that George Bush left him with, turned it all the way around. They was finna let General Motors go bankrupt. Do y'all remember?
Yes. I remember.
Obama came and saved the auto industry. The Republicans was finna let General Motors go bankrupt and go belly up.
I remember all of that.
See what I'm saying? So this is how they think. They only think with if you ain't anyway, so Obama came and fixed that recession from the more, all of that stuff from the recession of George Bush. Bam, he came, did 8 years, fixed, got economy running good. Boom. Trump inherited a great economy. So his 4 years, he was still riding. The first 2 years, he was still riding off of
The
Obama wave.
coattail, okay.
Obama wave, yeah, because Obama
Right.
had fixed everything. You know what I'm saying? Got everything back to running good. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So then when he come in, the Republicans had all three branches his first 2 years. They had the executive branch, which is the White House. They had the legislative branch and the judicial branch, meaning it's the Senate and the Congress. They had control of all three branches. At that time, they could, when you got control of all three branches, that's why I'm saying we all need to vote down ballot Democratic. So we can win back we can win the White House, and we can win the Senate, and we can win Congress. Because that way, then we can get every single thing passed, because now we got the majority, and there's no bill that we can put through that they can stop now. So that's always been the problem. So that's why we have to really vote Democratic down ballot, you know what I'm saying, on all levels.
Except for the local election, they got that, they sneaking in that nonpartisan section with the council. Like they put council and the mayor under nonpartisan for some reason.
Okay, so y'all see, I don't know about that. Okay,
Yeah,
so in the local, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. They always try
tricks.
They got tricks. So whoever, but I don't see who did that though, because y'all got a Democratic governor. So who snuck that trick in like that?
I don't know. I remember after the Weaver,
I'm gonna tell you,
probably after the Weaver Neely election,
don't get me
it
wrong,
was
the
crazy.
Democrats here is crazy. I never seen nothing. That'd be my part, like you said,
Yeah.
when they have it. Like when Obama, I think they had it the first 2 years he was in, when they had the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
This what I fall out with the Democrats, and I voted Democratic all my life. Why every 25 years when we got there? Because people be forgetting this, and I hate that they push us to the side like this. Blacks have to, every 25 years, blacks, they had to put it for blacks to vote. Why, when Obama was in and he had the House? But I understand why a lot of this not going to get pushed. I'm just not caught up in the rhetoric and what's going on. What color is the people that's in the Senate and in the House of Representatives? Majority.
All right.
That's why we not going to get this. See, that's why we got a Democratic governor. I'm looking at the comments. You know what I'm saying? I want to be real. It's bad on both sides. See, I'm not caught up in the Democrat that I'm gonna vote, because I'm watching. We got a Democratic governor. Where's she going to Breakfast Club? The water fix. Democratic mayor, Democratic state rep, majority Democratic council. I done seen people get arrested at council getting put out by black folks that we know, blacks that we know was going along with the get along. And not just my beef with it. I ain't knocking nobody, but we need Democrats who really gonna
do the work, be for the people,
and not just don't get this because it's a Democrat. We gotta vote. We got a Democratic governor. There's people in Flint still dying from this poison water. But you know what?
But the thing about it is people ain't see. So like the reason why Trump had to sign that money, he had to get that money up during COVID. He had to do the stimulus was because the people, the court of public opinion. You get judged in the court of public opinion. The publican is not. The people ain't booting up no more. That's why they say we the people. So if we the people got a problem, we have to step. If Nilly is the problem, people need to go out and step out and address that. When they see people marching, when they see people stick. So once again, it goes back to the other thing we were saying about the city. We don't stick and come together.
No.
So if y'all want to, anybody, when you see the people, when anything is happening, the Me Too movement, all the women got together, shit, man, niggas was going to jail left and right. Me Too took all these powerful people down because the women got together and started coming out, telling their story.
Yeah.
So it's power. The power and the strength is in the numbers.
Right.
So and like you say, it's bad actors on both sides, because at the end of the day, we all humans. We all got character flaws. You know, we all flawed in some way, form, or fashion. We all don't get it right all the time. But what is the worser? What is the lesser? And what is the what like I said, I'm telling you right now, Trump is a racist.
I'm not voting for him.
So if anybody want to vote, if you are, I don't care if you Mexican, if you Chinese, Japanese, I don't care if you Jewish, if you Muslim, if you Catholic, this man he is not. Even though he got the Christian nationalism and evangelicals behind him, He is not a Christian.
Have you had a conversation with him, Jack? I know you know a lot of people have been in the room around him and stuff.
Well, not. I really never wanted to be around him.
I know, but
I mean,
sometimes you just in the room with people.
yeah, sometimes, but people be, I've been around some people that been around them. I've been,
Okay.
like I say, I was in Florida staying at a resort not too far from Mar-a-Lago, and I met a dude. He was like an Italian, but he was a rich dude. But he's like, hey man, I like you, man. He's like, man, come on, me and my girl about to go over to Mar-a-Lago, man. Come on, I'll take you over there with me. Trump's my friend, man. I introduce you to him. He wanted to take me to Mar-a-Lago, because people see me all the time out. They wonder who I am. I look like somebody. I carry myself like somebody. You know what I'm saying? And people always they ask me, "Who are you? What do you do?" And then we just start having a conversation, start talking. Next thing you know, we cool. Bam, and now he wanted to take me over to Mar-a-Lago with him. You know what I'm saying? But I just wasn't interested in going. I don't want to be around. I don't like liars. I don't like liars. I don't like people in it, and I don't want to. I don't want to even be in the company of someone with that kind of energy. You see what I'm saying?
And
like,
that's real, because
yeah,
do you know how many people I know would have skipped and jumped just to get in the picture and say, "I'm
man,
here with
I ain't
Trump."
finna do no stupid stuff. What benefit is that to me and my people, and what's and what kind of influence would that give to me doing that? And then I'm, and not like I said, I before Trump was in the politics, I always thought that, he was a rich dude. I seen him with Mike Tyson. I seen him with Don King. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know much about him, but if he's a successful businessman, you know what I'm saying, and he's supposed to be so quote unquote rich, like he was always portraying himself to be, then, that was something to be admired. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at that. But then once I was able to see his stance and how he really, so right now they're talking about the rhetoric on both sides. There's not rhetoric from both sides. The only rhetoric coming from the Democratic side is because all this man has been throwing blows from the top down on the busting heads the whole time, talking shit nonstop to about everybody, about everything, cracking jokes, talking shit to everybody nonstop, and he has not been politically correct since he came off talking about these Mexicans and this and that and all. He hasn't been, so he's been punching down at people the whole time. What you gonna do, stand there and get beat up? So now when we finally start coming back with the rhetoric, oh, they need to tone down the rhetoric. It's white people shooting at Trump. Them people that shot at Trump, both of them was Republicans. The young boy that shot at him was a Republican. His daddy was part of the NRA Gun Association. They had Trump stuff all in their yard, and the father had been voting Republican his whole life. That part. The other man that tried to kill Trump was voting for the Republican dude that was running, Ramaswamy, the one dude. He was a Swami, a Nikki Haley supporter, but he was a Republican. So while they trying to say the rhetoric on the side of the Democrats is what's causing Trump to be with the Democrats need to tone it down a little bit now, because that might be causing the people shooting at Trump. Man, them your own people.
Church.
Preach. Them your own people. The news is not telling these type of things to the people.
That's right.
They put it out there and then give people room to wonder and doubt. No, there was no Democrats, no black person. These was white people that shot at a white man that was from their own white party. Period.
And we talk the school shootings, the mass school shootings.
It's because Republicans want help pass gun legislation. Because the Republicans has been since the beginning of time, the Republicans has been in the pocket of the NRA, the National Rifle Association. The National Rifle Association is one of the biggest lobbyists in Washington, D.C., and they put money behind all of these Republican campaigns. That's where they get all their millions from. They've been getting all these millions from the NRA. So they can't go against anything that's going to stop the NRA from making money. That's why they can't pass gun. That's why they always have to vote against gun legislation. Is going to stop them from selling these guns because they're making a lot of money off these guns. So they can't vote for it. The Republicans can, because if they vote for it, then it's going to mess. It's going to mess their grade up. See, all the politicians got a grade with all the people, the lobbyists, and so this person got an A. This person kind of voted against us. This person thought about voting against us. But the NRA, all of the Republicans got an A with them, because when you got an A standing with them as a with that particular group that put money into y'all, when you got an A standing with them, you always are guaranteed for them to put money behind your reelection campaign.
Okay.
And so that's what they all worried about, being reelected. If they go against the NRA, then the NRA ain't gonna put no money behind their campaign. So you see what I'm saying? So that's how it works. So this is why the guns, that's why so that's the problem with the guns. So it's not the Democrats of this, is that the Republicans, once again, won't let the gun legislation be passed because they are in the pocket, and they get their number one supporter and their number one contributor to their campaigns is the National Rifle Association.
And we're not making the guns, putting them in our own community.
No, we're not. No, we're not. This is the National Rifle Association. They making the mint off these guns. They selling them to us. We buying them. Everybody buying them. But they making so much money, and the Republicans can't go against them because they're going to lose their number one. They're going to lose their bag. Yeah, that's their bag. That's who put the most money behind them, so they can get real.
And I know you're telling the truth because I do research on them.
Yeah,
I like their gun safety laws. They teach you about gun safety and all of that, but they have millions and millions of dollars to put behind politicians.
That's what they
and
do.
Like you said, they too scared to speak out against them because the NRA is a very powerful association.
Yeah, they got it wrapped up. So at one time they got them wrapped around their fingers so they can't move. Even if they want to move, they know that these kids getting killed in these schools is wrong. Right. They know that these automatic weapons that's going out. People don't need to really have those type of guns. Those are guns that was made for war. These are weapons of mass destruction.
You got any comments on the war that's happening over in Palestine?
I just think that I'm with love and peace. I just think that I don't like what they did to Israel, to actually jump the war off and killing them people during that concert, and taking and invading them and coming in and taking people hostage and raping women and cutting people, all that savagery that they did. I don't think, but once again, they want to get the foot, or they want to get Israel foot off their neck.
That's true.
So so they had to stand up. That was the only way that they knew how to stand up to get people attention. If not, they're gonna keep their foot on our neck.
Right.
But once again, like I met a guy in Dallas, and he told me this is because it's a lot of them down there. It's a lot of Palestinians and people from Israel, Palestine. It's a lot of them from Texas, in Dallas area for sure. And I met he was a young man, matter of fact, and he told me, he said he was just talking, and he had like a nigga attitude a little bit. I'm just like, man, I'm like, man, why did I'm like, I know he ain't from the hood nowhere. Why he live out here in these suburbs, so why he got that nigga? He's like, man, we got to talking. He was like, man, he said, I'm just kind of messed up about things. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, he's like, man, you wouldn't believe it. He said, I said, what's the deal? He said, he wouldn't believe it if I told you. He said, just this week alone, he said 42 of my family members was killed.
Damn.
42. He said, just this week alone. I think we'd have had more killed before this week, but he said just this week alone. So imagine we have one auntie that died, one cousin that died.
42?
42 of his real family members are dead in 1 week. Damn. Behind the war. He was a Palestinian. So you look at the lives that's lost on both sides, and if you really a compassionate person and you love, you don't want to see no life lost. So me, but I really can't take a side and say who's right or who's wrong.
Absolutely.
I just pray and hope that that they can come to a conclusion and come to something where they can have an agreement for the ceasefire, and see a resolution in it to where, it's innocent lives being lost, and more so on the Palestinian side.
Pac said we got money for the war.
Can't feed the poor.
But can't feed the poor. What's your stance on that? Like, look at America. Look at the shape that your city, Flint, is in. From the local city council members, Eric Mays, the passing of Eric Mays. He was our fighter for the North Side. We do have some more people on council, not as boisterous as Eric Mays. He's going to be missed.
Of course.
I mean, what's your whole think of your stance on the condition of America, and especially your city, with how the government is doing for everybody else, but what about us?
Well, it's if we look at it, that's nothing new. I mean, so like people paying more attention to things right now, but that's just how it's always have been. I mean, and so like once again, it's people we have to speak up for these things, and then a lot of times it be opportunities that we just don't like. Like me and you was coming and you said you were saying I missed you, like I ain't do it, I should have did. I don't know what we were saying we was coming in, but it was something we said about he was like, yeah, I was gonna do that or something.
Oh, I can't. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
we was saying something we came up. It was early this morning, but we were saying, but it's a lot of time it's a lot of missed opportunity and opportunities out there that we do miss as Black people, or we just don't know about them. So it's a lot of funds, it's a lot of organizations, it's a lot of grants, it's a lot of things that are in place to actually help us.
Jake, we was just talking about that on the show last week. Quite a few shows. Like we went downtown. We was going to the chamber. We've been going to these events because it's like it's money out there.
It's too much
But
money out there.
we get they see us going out there, and you got to work with these people in business. If you want to make it, you got to work with these white people.
No doubt about it, of course.
But we get the label put over us. We're selling out because we're going to try to better ourselves or seek funding. You know what I'm saying?
See, once again, that's the crabs in the bucket because they don't want to put the work in to acquire the knowledge to be able to, like, once again, I know this for a fact. It's unbelievable amounts of money out there for Black entrepreneurial women. It's unbelievable amounts of money. I'm talking about national money, local money. It's stupid money out there for Black women that are in business. It's grants, it's things everywhere. It's so many different ones. You can be pulling money down from so many different places as a Black woman that has her own business. Okay. There's so many opportunities for Black women. But these are things that nobody talks about that we don't know.
They don't.
So, and then people, but all you got to do is go to Google or go to anybody right now. If anything I said, anything you want to know about, anything you want to fact check about anybody, not just me, anybody, two things you use. You go to Google and you type in the question and you ask Google and you see what Google say. Then you go to YouTube and you ask YouTube the same question. Google going to show you where to go find it at, and probably it might be so it already been searched so much, it's going to pop right up. It's going to give you a few options to look through the information and find it. But then YouTube going to show you somebody actually speaking about it and telling you what it is. So with those two options, that's where you go do all your fact checking. If you want to know what's up with somebody, with how somebody voted, with what the city councilman did, everything is public record that can be found. You can find out how these Republicans really voted on the Child Care Act. You can find out how they voted on how many times they try to repeal Obamacare, the same thing that give us that people got health care. Got, like right now, so many people got health care that didn't even have health care.
That's very true.
You see what I'm saying? They ain't even paying for it. It's coming through Obamacare. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of things so when you want to fact check and if you think that it might not be true, or you just don't, you got to just stop believing everything. You got to do some research to find out the information, because that's where they beat us at, lack of knowledge. And then we follow what the news say, which most of us locally, we watch Fox News. And Fox News is a Republican base. They got a Republican agenda.
Right. And our mainstream media around here, they call it mainstream, 12, 25, 60.
They all owned by Sinclair.
And they don't tell us nothing.
Sinclair is on all of the local. See, Fox is the national network. Sinclair is another subsidiary, but they own all of the local TV station. That's why all of these TV is such and such ABC, such and such Fox, such and such Fox, the channel such and such Fox. Yeah, all across the country.
So we're gonna get the same news. That's
It's gonna be repeated. It's the same talking points, repeated over and over in all of these places to affect the masses with what they want them to hear and what they want to put onto the people.
That's why what I think we're doing is so important. We need independent podcasting news sources that's putting out information.
I agree. That's where I get mine from. Like even with MSNBC, I watched them a lot. So I used to go from MSNBC to back to Fox to CNN, and then that's how I found the shows that I think that was giving the most facts up, and I started paying attention to Rachel Maddow the most.
Well, now you gotta start watching The Bump in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on The Bump. It's all good. Yeah, it's on The Bump.
Now
The Bump because I'm on YouTube. But now, but one of where I get a lot of my information from is a show called Midas Touch.
Midas Touch. Okay.
Yeah, Midas Touch. And it's
you gonna have me watching that?
Yeah, the Midas Touch and all, they got good shows. And then it's another one called Really American.
Okay.
And that dude, he just funny. He just, but he break it down so but they just coming with these, it ain't long. It's small little, but they all the information consistently. They steady updating you on what's going on with the trials and the cases and the lawsuits and this and the numbers and the new statistics and the new polls and this poll, that poll, this poll, all everything. They just steady coming with the information. You see what I'm saying? And so you don't really lose, and they come in with the facts. They come in with the receipts. Right. They're gonna show you everything. They're gonna show you, okay, remember this, remember he said this, remember he said that, remember he said this. They're gonna compare the notes, and they're gonna show you where they lying at.
Right.
If it is a lie.
That's true. You
see what I'm saying? So, but like independent media sources are what's happening right now. I do believe.
That's it.
Yeah, I do.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, for real.
Mick, you got questions for our legendary guest?
I'm just listening because it do make sense. Because I watch a lot of it like that too, and I think that's why I think a lot of podcasts is succeeding because the mainstream media have a program they have to go by.
Yeah, it's a program for sure.
You know what I'm saying? They get a script and they have to go by and they can't go off of it. Like with us, we do what we do. We just give it to you straight up, whether you like it or not. Like I know we burn a lot of people that get mad because what I found out in this game, they want friendships. They don't want you. They want you to hide what they do. It's so easy to point the fingers. Oh, you sold out. Oh, this person sold out. Or you doing this? Like we was talking earlier. Yeah. Everything become little.
Yeah. Oh man, you got that little show, man. Y'all got that little podcast jumping off. Yeah. Oh man, you got that little club down there. You trying to open up?
They got a little something.
Oh man, you got that. Oh, you got that. Oh man, you got that little house, man. You over there working on? Oh man, you got that little car. I see you got that little car. Oh man,
that little Airbnb you had down there.
Airbnb down there in Texas. You got this. Man, this boy is a big boy. Got a pool in the back, a playground in the back. This boy got everything. Everything. This boy got everything except for but everything. But because of how we like once again we discourage each other instead of encourage each other. As Flint is my city, and that's just a thing we have to get away. But everything we describe somebody trying to make an accomplishment or an achievement, we always, no matter what neighborhood you from and what, they gonna say, man, little. They gonna put little in front of whatever they describing that you got going. They always gonna try to downsize it instead of giving it the big up that they should really give it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, no, he got that bad boy, man. They got that club. He working, man. We gonna go down there and support him. We gonna network and get together and get everybody to get behind them so we can help make that successful.
Yeah, because you see here, they don't I think like you say, going back, it's like independent down south, how they support it. Yeah, and like up this way, it's like it's just so like you say, the crabs in the barrel on whatever you do. I don't care who it is. It could be some new people coming up that ain't gonna come because as soon as you don't. To me, it's like how the mayor, how he did the good news. He didn't want to. He wanted to say all these good things going on in Flint. Mm-hmm. We ride around it every day. I don't see the good things because a couple buildings going up. What I look at as good things is water. The water being fixed. Most kids is down there born since 2014 can't drink from the tap.
They don't know what it's like to even turn on kids, outside playing and drinking out the waterfalls.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah.
Even when I go out of town, I still drink bottled water. I'll be so shook.
You shell shocked.
Yeah, it's like
you shell shocked. Yeah.
Don't trust it.
You.
When we go to the tap, I'll be like, nah, just go get water. And I'm out of town.
Yeah. Real talk.
If I'm in Vegas, if I'm in New Orleans,
it's by habit, because it's by habit now. It's by habit. It's by habit. You don't. That's just where you do it. You do it without even noticing it now.
Right. Even at the restaurants, when I go to even out of town, like you got bottled water. Yeah. I'll be asking, no, this is this. We got this, and I'll be
drinking so much water just with the ice and. I'll be everywhere out of town, like, just give me some more water. I ain't got to drink it out the bottle, just get some water.
It's just my conscience. It's just the conscience. Like, it's stuck in. Like, man, it's just, but and that's what I'll be saying. Like, a lot of people, they talk about PTSD from overseas. What about the PTSD that's in Flint?
Period. Well, yeah, different people can have it for different reasons and, different be affected different ways by it. But as I think the only solution to it is like, starting small. Even like me, I didn't know of Winters. I'd seen her before, but I didn't really know her personally. Like I say, I've known you. You my boy Slug brother. We hadn't really met and talked so I didn't know who I was coming into this podcast. But I just know, hey, I'm passionate about it. You and Flint, Y'all
And
got
Baller,
something.
Baller,
You know what I'm
Baller
saying?
said some great things about
Yeah,
us.
and then he was just like, "Oh man, they got the podcast." But even if he didn't say it, and if y'all really trying to spread the news to the people, I think that that's what we lacking at is the information, and we be so confused by watching information, and none of us actually study. I'm one of us that actually studied and paid attention and did research to understand and be knowledgeable of these things, where I could tell my people.
Jake, when you start breaking down stuff to me, you was running off them names. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know that name. And I talk politics every day. And like I said, people were saying, oh, we're going to talk about his music. We're going to talk about, I said, no, it's a whole other side to Jake that y'all don't even know. This political side.
Yeah.
And now I got to get to Raheem and the rest of them because I want them all on here talking about politics.
Yeah. So, I mean, but like I said, it's another thing that people, like, but I just think once again, it's I believe that our president should carry themselves with an extreme level of decency. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a prestigious position to have. Okay, let's just say this: the president of the president of your children's school is the principal.
Right.
Would you want your kid's school principal to be convicted of all these felonies, to have all these different indictments?
Absolutely.
To be convicted, to have a business convicted, already been charged and convicted of fraud. He'd have been convicted of all these other things. You know what I'm saying? Would you want would you want that in your principal?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Now, if you work for a company and your company, would you want that in that company's president?
No.
You see what I'm saying? So why would all the things, would you want him talking like he talking, just downing people? Always got something negative to say, always spewing out different things about people, calling people nicknames and making fun. It's just childish. The childishness and the rhetoric of these different names and just belittling people instead of encouraging people.
It shows
having
you the
positive
mindset
things
of America.
Well, no, it shows you the mindset of that particular person, and that person right there, he had a lot to do with creating that mindset in these people and emboldening them to come out with and to come out with how they've been feeling the whole time, because he has came out with how he been feeling and emboldened them, and that's why they released Project 2025, because they've been emboldened and they're not hiding their agenda to take control and to do things the way they want to do them, the way they can, they don't have to worry about, because they got all the money. They're already rich. So, but they want to just take control and run it like a dictatorship. And Trump is their guy to usher that in. So they think. But even if it's not Trump, Project 2025 is not going anywhere. And this
I'm glad you said that, Jake.
No, even if it's not Trump, because these people are going to, this is the agenda that they've been having. So it's going to take a president to implement it. But once he do it, then it's done. But it's not going to stop with Trump.
Do you feel like some of Project 2025 is already upon us?
No, not really. Like I said, so really, this is what happened when Trump became president, and then they didn't really realize they was unprepared. That's what it was. When he came in initially, they knew that he was kind of with them, but he was unprepared to really do the things so he kind of fumbled the ball basically.
Okay.
Those 4 years, he was filling it out, trying to do this. He got comfortable at the end, but the real agenda to put things in place to take control, and where they don't have to worry, like say voting again and taking control of the Department of Justice, to where they got they replacing it with all the public servants that work for the government. They replace them with all people that's loyal to them. Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation, they already got like 25 applicants that's already been signed up to be loyalists to their agenda. So what they're going to do is replace all of the people that work in public service for the government, all 50,000 of them across the country, and replace them with people that's totally loyal to them. Even if they go and do something that's against the law, that's wrong, these people are still going to go along with it. That's part of the agenda in Project 2025. Getting rid of the Department of Justice, getting rid of the Department of Education, privatizing all these things where people can make money off of them.
And it's going to hurt black folks.
And it's going to hurt black folks the worst. I'm telling you, they're going to knock on your door and say, you from Haiti. And you from Flint.
Go. We seen you eating the dog.
We finna take you. We finna get you on up out of here. You look like one of them. On the fact you from the Congo.
I'm from the damn
Yeah,
Congo.
we gonna,
I can't go back to
You
no
got your birth
jungle.
certificate in your back pocket right now? Oh, they don't. Well,
Give me a minute to find it.
No, you ain't got time for that
Oh,
right now. The
shit,
bus
I'm
finna
going to
leave
the
right
Congo.
now. The bus finna leave right now. It's finna take. We got room for 3-4 more. You one of them. Let's go. I gotta go. Let's go.
You can't let that happen.
Military.
Jake, my last question before Mick and we shut out. Mick, you got any questions before I pop this last one on her?
No. Is he coming back again? That's my question.
Jake coming back again. I mean, that ain't even no question. I ain't even gonna ask that. He coming back again. I already got that on there. He coming back. I got that on lock. Y'all might see me with the JAKEAFELLA necklace on. My business. Listen, Jake, this is your city. Flint is your city. How do we rally people in Flint to care not only about this water situation, but getting out the vote? Helping the vote and getting the right people in place, I believe, will help this water situation if we get the right people in behind us and get this stuff fixed. How do we motivate?
I think right now we're doing it. We need more of this. We need more. We need more of awareness. We need more putting it in their face.
Okay.
We need more people speaking about it. We need all the city councilmen to come to all the wards to come together. All the people in the wards, all the pastors in there. We need everybody to come together that got influence to bring their people, to bring, you tell your friends, we gonna tell our friends, and we gonna all be friends. That type of party.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But it started with the unity, like what we're doing right now. You get the people to paying attention and understanding, like it's very important for us to unite right now, because the things that they doing, that Project 2025 is them uniting together to go against everybody that's not white and Christian. That's the Heritage Foundation. Look them up. They're a Christian nationalist organization. And those are the people that's behind Project 2025. And as much as Trump said that he's not a part of it, his name is in Project 2025 312 times. So no matter how much you want to lie, no matter how much you want to distance yourself from it, Stephen Miller, which was his chief, and worked with him in the White House, and many others that worked in the White House with them. These are the same people that work firsthand with the Heritage Foundation and actually crafting Project 2025. Look him up, Stephen Miller.
How long has it been in the making?
It's been these ideas has always been their plan for years, even before Trump showed up. But when they realized they had their guy, and they realized they missed the opportunity in his last office, they realized this time they're going to hit the ground running. Boom. They're going to have the agenda already in place. Okay. So that's what they're doing right now with Project 2025. That's his agenda already in place. He acts like, I don't know who did it. I don't got nothing to do with it. I never even read the thing. You don't need to, because your people already doing it. They already done set it up. All your people that's still working with you from your last administration, all of these people are working hand in hand with the Heritage Foundation and getting this thing ready to roll. So when you go back in office, they're going to go back into their same old positions. And they're going to have all of these things ready to implement and hit the ground running day one.
All right then, Jay. I thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
And I know you in Texas, but we're going to be doing some via satellite, because we're going to talk to you some more before this November election.
Yeah, before the election. Yeah, I would like that.
Before the election. Even if you come back to Flint, let me know. But thank you so much. And I hope everybody out there enjoyed this as much as I did today. Because me and Mickey, we in here, we just having the time of our life. Mickey, you got any questions for the legendary Jay?
Oh, yeah.
You want to know when he coming back?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We might have to do it via satellite.
We might do it via satellite. Look, we'll come down there. We can stay at the Airbnb.
I remember when he had one DVD out, when he had D. Crockett was on there.
Okay. Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. You don't know about that. Yeah. That's one right there. They don't know about that. Switching it against. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Black Food Health. I know what that is.
That's what
exactly.
Everybody just think selling drugs is a hustle. It's all type of hustle. Depends on the individual.
Exactly.
And Jake had that. What I admire about Jake the most is that he had that grind in him. Like, you see Jake doing something one day, the next day he doing something else, the next day he doing something else. It was like multiple streams of income. And you were one of the first people that I seen at my age, our age group, Like go out and say, I'm not quitting. Okay, this didn't work off too well. I'm gonna do this. Okay, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. Like you was the first person, black person I knew took advantage of owning an Airbnb and not just a Airbnb.
Yeah, well,
That was nicer than my damn house.
Yeah.
Hell.
Well, see, I just wanted to see because whenever I see opportunity, I say, man, this could be something. You know, so I had to be able. And then it's making be something I can show other people that could be a way out for them. So my heart is always really, how can I help my people? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it don't really be me just learning for myself. I be learning. As soon as I learn, anybody that know me, soon as I learn it, I come right back and tell them. Shoestring can tell you that. Anybody that's close to me, anybody that's shotgun from top authority, the ones I talk to out of them group, but any of my friends, if I learn something and it's making money and it's profitable and it's working for me, so I go and figure it all the way out. As soon as I figure it out, I come back and tell them. Now, if they listen, they take heed to it, that's on them. That's cool. But if they don't, that's on them again. But I always come back and give the information. I share the wealth with the knowledge and always give it back.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Don't stop.
No, real talk.
Thank you so much, Jake.
Pleasure's all mine.
And
Thank y'all for having me.
That's it. We out of here, and we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Is October 1st. We going strictly to YouTube, but me and Mickey got to go to a meeting from 8:30 to 9:30. So the bump won't be on tomorrow until 10 a.m. I know y'all still gonna call me in the morning and ask me what time we coming on, but I'm letting you know now. 10 a.m. only on YouTube. The bump. Don't forget. See y'all in the morning. Thank you very much. Peace.
Peace, family.